Hello, and a very warm welcome to you, parents, carers and children. My name is Julia Hamilton. I'm the head teacher of Swafield, and I can't tell you how wonderful it feels to have all of the children finally back together here. The purpose of this video is to introduce you to your child's class teacher and phase leader, and to share with you some of the key information that you'll need to know to ensure that your child settles in happily into their new year group and makes the most of all of their learning opportunities. But firstly, I'd like to introduce you to the other members of my senior leadership team.
Hello, I'm Anna Pearson. I'm the Deputy Head for Inclusion, and I also work with children with special needs in early years.
Hello, I'm David Gwynn. I'm the Deputy Head for Teaching and Learning, and I also teach in Year 6.
Hello, I'm Lucy Dodson, and I'm the Special Educational Needs Coordinator for Swafield. I work with lots of pupils, parents and other services in Wandsworth. If you want to get in contact with me, just call the school office and they'll let me know.
I know that we will continue to work together as a team to ensure that if the school is forced to close down due to a local lockdown, or in the event that a bubble has to close because of a case of COVID, that we will make sure that your children's learning continues. We're going to be very strict in ensuring that your children attend their online lessons and that they complete the allocated work, which then they will have to hand in virtually to their class teacher, and that in turn will be marked. Currently, our teachers are having additional training on delivering live lessons to your children so that the whole class can take part in really high quality blended learning. We're writing our new blended learning policy, and we will make sure that you get copies of that over the next couple of weeks. So you will know what online learning will look like for your year group in the event of a bubble or year group having to isolate. I'm going to hand over now to class teachers and phase leaders to share some more information.
Hi, I'm Miss Hawksworth and I teach in Year 6, and I'm also the phase leader, so of Year 4, 5 and 6. So I want to say a big welcome back to Swafield. It's been a long time since we had the school full of happy children, so it's lovely to see their smiley faces again. I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about behaviour. The behaviour of the children in Swafield is outstanding. The children are lovely, they're kind, they're safe, they're responsible, and those are the three most important school rules here at Swafield. We're a very positive school, and we like to see positive praise, so saying well done to the children when they're doing something right, following one of the school rules, and just being kind, safe and responsible, those 3 words again, with the rest of the school. We have in-class reward systems, so when the children are doing something fantastic, we give them a reward there and then in the classroom, and that might be dojo points or a class reward that they're working on together. Also, we have soup assemblies every single week where Miss Hamilton gives out 2 different types of certificates. So we have the soup assembly certificate for children's work where they've excelled in a certain area, but also an above and beyond certificate where the children have shown that they've just gone above and beyond with the school rules. So they've been really kind to one of their friends, they've been really helpful, they've held doors open for each other, just all of those lovely polite things that we know the children here are fantastic at. There is a behaviour policy, so if the children are not making good choices and not doing the right thing, we first of all give them a reminder, and generally that's absolutely the only thing that the children need, a reminder to do the right thing, and then they choose to do that. However, if they don't, then they're given a warning, and if that continues, then they're given a 5-minute timeout in their classroom and a chance to talk to the teacher to rectify the situation so that they know what they've done wrong and what the expectations are in the future. If it still continues, they'll be given a 10-minute timeout in the other Year 4 class or the other Year 5 class or the other Year 6 class with the other teacher, so that they're removed from the classroom so they can think about their behaviour. And then if it still continues, then they will be head teacher, Ms Hamilton, or one of the SLT will speak to them about their behaviour, and also we will speak to you as parents so that you're aware of what's been happening. But more often than not, the children choose to do the right thing, they follow the school rules, and their behaviour is outstanding. As you're aware, the Year 6 uniform is different to the rest of the school to give them children a sense of being a good role model for the rest of the school to follow. The children are wearing brilliant uniform at the moment, they all look really, really smart. So just a few reminders for you. So in Year 6, the children are allowed to wear black trousers or skirts. They wear a white t-shirt or a white shirt and the black jumper with the school logo on it. It can be a cardigan or a sweatshirt as well. Grey, maroon, white or black headscarves can be worn. And shoes do need to be the same as the rest of the school, which is plain black sensible shoes or trainers, but they do need to be completely black. All the information can be found on the school website, so if you're unsure, please do check that out or speak to your class's teacher or phone the office.
Hi, I'm Mrs Duffy, the class teacher in Narwhal class. Also in Narwhal we have Mrs Grayson, who works on a Friday, as I don't do Fridays, so just so you know how it works. I'm in Monday to Thursday, Mrs Grayson on a Friday. I'm just going to talk to you about the other things that happen in Year 6, things that it's a really good idea for you to be aware of. Hopefully the children will remember it all themselves. So first of all, think about spellings. So spellings go home on Fridays. And we test them every Friday. So the children just need to make sure they have their spelling books in school every Friday, ready for the test to happen and new ones to be stuck in. When they're at home, it's really good if they can practice them every day, because it is obviously really important that they learn their spellings and they're able to use them in their writing, as well as just being able to spell them when we ask them to spell the word out. So understanding the meaning of the words as well is really important. So if you can help with that, that would be fantastic. Also homework. Homework will obviously go home every Friday and is due in on Tuesday. It is a mixture of maths, English or topic tasks that we'll set as their main homework, but on top of that they will also get a maths fluency book every week, which is just meant to be a very quick activity for them to cover lots of different questions, just to help them keep practicing different skills as the year goes on. We also will ask that they practice their times tables as much as possible, and as you know, we've got times table Rockstars, which is fantastic for just helping them with that repetition, and it's just quite a fun activity to do. Even those children that know all of their times tables and are great at them, it's still a really good idea for them to practice, because it helps to improve their fluency and their speed and accuracy, which would be incredibly useful with all the maths work we're doing this year. Any English or topic work they get as homework will all be linked to the curriculum. So whatever we're studying that week, they will have a homework task that's linked to it. And finally, reading. Obviously, throughout the whole school, we always ask that children read as much as possible. So if we can ask that they can read every day, and they are commenting in their reading record every day, it would be fantastic if they could read to an adult as much as possible, as they will help them with, as adults you can help them with their comprehension, their understanding of the text, and also it's quite nice to have someone listening to you read as well. But if they do it, if it's an independent reading, that's also fine, but we just need them to make sure they're writing in their reading record as much as they can.
The curriculum for Year 6 this term is focused on the rainforest and the ancient Maya. Those are the geography and history topics, and we will cover those in other subjects as much as possible as well. But there will be a big focus this term on English and maths due to missing a lot of Year 5 at the end of last year. So we will be revisiting a lot of things that they will have missed, as well as looking at a couple of key texts in English. So we will be reading some of the Just So stories by Rudyard Kipling and Wonder, which is a really fantastic novel by R.J. Palacio. And that's a really good one to focus on. We can link that to PSHCE and citizenship and how we treat people in the world with visual differences.
Just a few more things about reading, as it is obviously very important for the children. We do encourage them to read as many different books as possible, so different genres, non-fiction, fiction, anything they can read is fantastic. It helps with their comprehension later on, and although we try not to talk too much about SATs, obviously it is any type of text could come up in the SATs, so as much exposure as they can get this year to different types of text would be fantastic. They obviously, as I've already mentioned, will be writing in their reading records every time they read. If they complete it, just talk to us and we will hand them out a new one. If they've lost one, however, there is a £1 charge from the office for a new reading record. So if we can try to keep them as neat and as wonderful as possible, that would be great. There are also questions that you'll find in the back of the child's reading record, just to help them with their comprehension. So these are questions that you can ask them, or any other adult can ask them whilst they're reading, or even questions that they could have a go at answering themselves. And if they wanted to write the answer to that question in their reading records as part of their comments, that would be great, just so we know that they're having a go at that. And in school, a member of staff will also be reading with the children really regularly and recording in their reading records as much as we can. The last thing for me to talk about is the PE and swimming. So first of all, PE. We have 2 PE lessons a week, that's on a Wednesday and a Thursday. We ask that children keep their PE kits in school for that week, and they have the correct PE kit, so that's their shorts, t-shirt and a pair of trainers. Also, as though year 6, they're getting older, they may bring in deodorant. However, we ask that it's not spray deodorant at all, as there are children with and adults with asthma who that could affect. So they can bring in a roll-on deodorant with their PE kit. If they could keep their PE kit in school, bring their PE kit in school for the Wednesday, keep it in overnight, and then take it home on the Thursday to be washed, so we don't have dirty PE kits hanging around. That would be fantastic. When it comes to swimming, normally year 6 would be going swimming for this first term. However, unfortunately, due to the current restrictions due to COVID, we aren't able to go. But we are in regular contact with the guys down at the swimming pool, and they said they will be in touch as soon as anything changes. So we will keep our fingers crossed that we can go, but unfortunately we can't make any promises. And I think that is it from me as well. So nice to virtually see you all, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, some key dates for your diary for this year. The first date you need to be aware of is 31st of October, which is the date for your secondary school applications. This is a really big thing in year 6, and obviously at this time of year normally lots of secondary schools open their doors and have open events for you to look around. It is slightly different this year, so please do keep an eye on the website, and there's a link to the borough as well, which tells you how the process works. It might be also a good idea to keep an eye on the schools that you're really interested in, because some schools are opening their doors so that you can have a look around, but it's a good idea to just keep an eye on that just to make sure you don't miss anything. Also, the Wandsworth tests normally happen at this time of year. They have been put back a few months, so they will be now in the first week of December. So there's lots of time for you to practice at home, but also we'll be doing some work in school and sending home some homework as well, so that you can carry on that practice together. PGL residential trip should have been happening this term as well, in October/November. We have managed to rearrange that for March. A letter will be coming home soon with the exact dates and the information that you need to know. SATs, as far as we're aware, will be happening this year, and they are from the 10th to the 13th of May. They're way out in the distance, but it's good to make sure that the children will be in school during that week. And we'll be doing lots of practice to make sure your children are ready for those. So don't worry too much about them at the moment. And parents' evenings, please watch the website and keep an eye out for letters, because at the moment those are still to be confirmed. Okay, but hopefully we'll see you soon. And yeah, let us know if you have any other questions. Please phone the office or speak to us individually.